Birdman in time for another Summit Healthcare's. I'm at a different location right now, hanging out at the Dr. Olak's. Is that correct?
Olak.
Olak. See, yes. I knew I'd do it wrong. Plastic surgery, Olak. And he's pretty well known up here by the female side of things. But
yes.
He does things for guys as well, doesn't he?
Yes, actually.
And what we're going to talk about today is probably applicable to both, right?
Definitely.
Correct.
Okay, so with me, I have...
I'm Jordan. I'm the office manager.
I'm Brooke, and I do the Cool Sculpting.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Cool Sculpting today.
Yes.
So give me a little idea of what this is exactly and sort of an overview of how it came about. Who wants to go first?
I can go.
Okay, Jordan can. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so basically they've been studying cryolipolysis. I think I said that right.
Yeah.
For about 60 years. They first discovered it in kids. When they were eating popsicles, their cheeks, their fat pads would be reduced. So they became a correlation with the cold. So then they started studying freezing fat cells to get them to be
Reduce.
to kill them.
Yeah,
To kill them, get rid of them,
to
huh?
get rid of them.
Very interesting, okay.
So over the years, they've developed this technology. So basically what it is you're freezing away the unwanted fat that you have, and you'll get about a 20 to 25% reduction in the fat pads that we're treating.
Oh, wow, okay.
So there's no downtime, no needles. You can go back to work afterwards. You can work out afterwards. It's
Same day.
awesome.
Yeah, and Brooke, you're the one that's been doing that, correct?
Yeah, we both have been.
Oh, you both do it? Okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
both got certified,
Certified.
and then we're going to Cool Sculpting University in May in Pleasanton, California, and just some more training on it.
Okay, so take me through sort of the process that a person goes through. What do they have to do as far as any beforehand things, or is there answers that they have to give and things like that?
Yeah, so we initially set up a free cosmetic consult, and we'll call them a couple of days ahead of time to see what areas they want treated, if they have any events coming up, and like some dates so we can get a good time frame. And then they come in for their consult, and we kind of squeeze you and see if it's pliable enough to get vacuumed into the applicator. And then we mark you up where you want treated, and then we can set you up for the treatment after we get you a quote and everything.
Okay, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think I remember the other way to remove fat is called liposuction. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, but that's more of an invasive kind of.
And anesthesia.
So you're getting in underneath the
But
skin.
Dr. Olak does that, and that's a good option too.
Okay, so where's the line? That's what I want to know between Cool Sculpting and liposuction. Is it amount of fat, or is it the type of fat, or what is it?
Well, I would definitely say type of fat has something to do with it. With Cool Sculpting, we can only treat subcutaneous fat versus
The adipose?
The
Visceral.
visceral fat. So the fat that's around your organs, because that's hard, stiff. So the fat that we treat has to be pliable. And, you can pull it away from the body, lots of it.
Gotta
Okay.
be more squishy.
So the difference is a lot of people don't like surgery, like going under the knife. So Cool Sculpting is a great alternative to that. On the contrast, though, some people come in and they're not a great candidate for Cool Sculpting because they don't have enough, but they have enough that liposuction would take care of it.
Oh, okay.
So then we can refer you kind of back and forth between the two.
Interesting. Now you brought along some like a before and after photos, so we can show that up
Yeah.
on the screen. We can
Sure.
show up the
Okay.
before and after and talk about that. What does that before and after show exactly?
Well, the ones on here show treatments after 30 days and 12 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So, and the areas that it can treat are submental, or your double chin here, abdomen, flanks, lower and upper, or bra fat, like we like to call it, and then inner and outer thighs.
Okay.
And
So,
that banana roll.
and the banana roll
Under your
leg.
Okay.
So we can show some pictures here. This is
You have names for all of this stuff. They're not
Yes.
real highly technical. Yeah.
this would be under the chin, submental area.
Okay.
Let me show it over here.
Yep. No,
Okay.
we'll show it up on the screen. Okay. Under the chin.
Yeah, so you can see the major difference there.
And that's
in
that double
front,
chin
and
kind of thing.
that's
And that's a
double chin.
pretty significant. And that's 2 sessions.
This is one treatment, 12 weeks for final result. So
Okay.
this is the first, And then this is 12 weeks later.
Wow.
First and 12 weeks later. So you basically start seeing results as soon as 4 weeks, but you'll see your final result at 90 days. So at 3 months, you'll see what you're going to get from the total treatment.
Wow.
We can always retreat if you want to get more sculpted.
Right.
Oh, so that's a big area underneath the
Yeah.
neck.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
been a big
And
this-
you won't have a scar or anything.
Right.
So
And then this other one,
Yeah,
you know,
abdomen here.
It's the belly fat.
So it's a lot of devolumizing, a lot of debulking here. So this is before, this is 8 weeks, and then this is 9 weeks after the second session. So this person actually had 2 treatments
Oh, wow.
on the
Okay.
abdomen. And flanks here, this is what we're talking about, that upper back fat here. So this is before, this is 8 weeks after first session and 4 weeks after the second session. So they
what
actually
everybody
had it treated
calls
twice.
them love handles, right?
Love handles,
Yes,
yes.
the love handles. That's where you hang on. Yes. You know.
And then we inner and outer thighs here, so before and then 8 weeks, before and then 8 weeks. And like we were just talking about, we do have some male results also.
good.
Because
Awesome.
it is good for males who work out, but they still have that little bit of pudge that they can't get rid of. So this is before and 12 weeks after the first. So you can see a lot of devolumizing there, and then before and 8 weeks after the first session there.
That's pretty
So-
significant, actually.
It really is, and like I said, no downtime. The most side effects you can see, bruising. Sometimes you'll feel a little bit sore, like you've done 1,000 crunches. I'm about over 30 days
yeah.
out, and I'm still a little bit sore and have like numbness. I would say is the main thing that.
But you can feel that doing the crunches as well. So what?
Right. What's the difference? I mean, this way you're not missing work. Nobody knows that you've had it done.
Right.
So
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
it's
the,
awesome.
the procedure itself, what is that? What is that like, and how long is it lasting?
So depending on the area, so if you're treating your entire abdomen, it would be a total of what,
Like
2
2.5
hours? Yeah,
hours?
like pretty much we want to plan on being here for 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the most uncomfortable feeling would be when we first put it on, it's like a vacuum and it actually suctions the fat, the adipose tissue up in there. And then you go numb within like 3 to 5 minutes. So you might be a little achy at first.
when you feel it start getting colder
And then the other uncomfortable thing people talk about is when you take the applicator off, we have to do a 2-minute manual massage, and it breaks up that crystallization of the fat cells. And that actually gives you like 68% better results if we do the manual massage. So,
Now, being very completely untechnical, because I don't know any other way to be, because that's normally what people think about. Is this actually pulling? I mean, you actually see stuff getting
yeah, you can
pulled
see it.
out. Yeah.
we
so,
have a video we were going to post on our Facebook page. I think I still have it.
Yeah, we'll have to post one, I think.
You can
Okay.
see it getting
Suck
in there.
up
And
into the
then
vacuum.
it has to stay in there for the applicator to stay on and work.
Right.
So,
Yeah, so if it comes
If
off at all or
it'll
it
alert
doesn't
us.
suction, it'll alert us. So
And then
it's
it
about
pulls it, and you
35
put that
minutes.
somewhere else. Or something. Dispose of it. Or,
Yeah. So afterwards, those fat cells die between 1 and 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
and then it flushes out through your lymphatic system.
Okay.
So that's why we're saying 90 days for final result, because it depends on your system, how quickly it's working. You're going to get that flushed out.
Okay, so it differs that way versus the
Lipo is
liposuction
just
where they're actually
Removing it. there.
vacuuming it out. Of there.
Right.
Okay, what else do we need to cover that to help people understand? This is a non-elective, or is this covered under insurance? Or
No.
anything
Totally
like that?
cosmetic.
Totally cosmetic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you really have to come in for a consult to get a quote specific to you, because it really is specific to your body. There's different applicators, so price, just varies on that.
Yeah,
But
and
consultations are free.
it's free.
So
Yeah.
the consultation's free, so
Yeah.
it's just your time. And how long does a consult take?
Half hour tops.
Yeah.
Okay, so come in, find out what the
You
price
could
is.
come in on one of your breaks at work, or I don't know. We're here on Fridays too, so
Yeah, and then so what privacy do you have and that's one thing that I've been asked. If you get plastic surgery, what privacy do you have? Obviously, if you tell somebody, they know, but do you guys does that still fall under the same everything else?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
totally HIPAA,
Okay.
covered under HIPAA. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I always
The
wondered
only
about
thing
that.
we ask is like a photo release, if you're okay with that. But even in the photos, you're completely cropped out. It's the area that you had treated that we're showing.
Just
And
the
we
area.
can blur out tattoos, anything like that. That would
Mask those kind of
Yes.
things. So awesome, cool. So we're gonna make sure if you're listening, obviously you're gonna want to go look at this either on the Facebook or the YouTube
Right,
channel.
and you can follow us on allikeplasticsurgery.com. We've posted a lot of our treatment videos so far. You can go to CoolSculpting.com
Yeah.
and look at some of their information as well. So,
Yeah.
and we're on their provider site.
And you sit directly behind the hospital, like that left that you make past the hospital. It's a second building, so it's that first set of buildings. You turn right
Yeah,
in, and it's
By the lab, Sonora Quest.
Sonora
A
Quest.
lot of people know where that is.
Yeah.
Awesome, very cool.
Yeah.
So Jordan, Brooke,
Yes.
thank you very much for your time. Is there anything else that we need to discuss?
One thing I did want to mention is, because a lot of people ask this question, it doesn't do anything with your actual weight on the scale. Because if you think about it, adipose tissue is super light. So you're not going to see a big change on the scale. But you'll see more of a change in the way your clothes fit and all that. So
Yeah, and sometimes
a lot of people ask that.
Huh, very interesting. Okay, cool. So, but it definitely makes you fit better, clothes fit
Oh, yeah.
better.
Yes.
Things are easier. It gets. I mean, that's obvious what you saw in the neck area.
Right.
Yeah.
So very
It's
cool.
pretty awesome.
Well, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
Thank you.
That's going to be it for this episode of Summit Healthcare's. I'm Birdman, and remember, you want to stay healthy.